Why most people stay broke, despite a good income. Have you ever wondered why some people earn six figures and still struggle with money, while others with average incomes quietly build wealth? It seems backwards. Most people believe that making more money automatically leads to financial freedom. But if that were true, high earners would never be broke. Yet every year, we see professional athletes, celebrities, executives, and entrepreneurs lose fortunes they once had. So what's really going on? According to Morgan Housel's book, The Psychology of Money, wealth has far less to do with intelligence or income than most people think. The biggest factor is behavior. And today, you'll learn 5 powerful lessons from the book that explain why so many people stay broke despite earning good money. Lesson 1. Wealth is what you don't see. When most people think of wealth, they think of visible signs of success. The luxury car, the designer watch, the huge house, the expensive vacations. But Morgan Housel argues that these things are often the opposite of wealth. Why? Because real wealth is the money you haven't spent. Think about it. If someone buys a $100,000 car, everyone sees the car. Nobody sees the $100,000 that disappeared from their bank account. The problem is that humans are naturally attracted to visible status. We want proof that we're successful. We want other people to notice. But every dollar spent showing wealth is a dollar that can no longer build wealth. That's why many people with impressive lifestyles secretly live paycheck to paycheck. They're rich in appearance but poor in assets. True wealth is invisible. It's the investments nobody sees, the savings account nobody talks about, the financial security that doesn't need validation from strangers. The first step toward building wealth is understanding that looking rich and being rich are completely different things. Lesson 2. High income doesn't guarantee wealth. This may be one of the most important ideas in the entire book. Income and wealth are not the same thing. Income is how much money you earn. Wealth is how much money you keep. And surprisingly, keeping money is often harder than earning it. Many people experience something called lifestyle inflation. As their income increases, their expenses increase just as fast. A bigger salary leads to a bigger apartment, a better car, more expensive restaurants, more subscriptions, more monthly payments. The result? Their financial situation barely changes. They're earning more than ever, but they're not building wealth. Imagine 2 people. Person A earns $200,000 per year, but spends $195,000. Person B earns $70,000 per year, but spends only $40,000. Who becomes wealthy first? Most people assume it's Person A. But over time, Person B is far more likely to build substantial wealth because they're creating a gap between income and spending. That gap is where wealth is born, not from earning alone, but from saving and investing consistently. Lesson 3. The highest return comes from controlling your ego. One of the most expensive financial mistakes isn't bad investing. It's ego. Many people spend money to impress people they don't even know. They buy things they don't need, with money they don't have. To gain approval that usually lasts only a few seconds, the irony is that most people aren't paying attention anyway. Think about the last expensive car you saw. You probably noticed it for a moment. Then you moved on with your day. But the owner may have spent years working to afford it. Morgan Housel explains that people often believe status comes from displaying wealth. In reality, people admire freedom more than possessions. Freedom to choose how you spend your time. freedom from financial stress, freedom from debt, freedom from needing to impress others. The less your financial decisions are driven by ego, the more money remains available to build lasting wealth. Lesson 4. Compounding works best when you stay patient. Most people dramatically underestimate the power of compounding. They want quick results, quick profits, quick success. But wealth is usually built slowly, very slowly. The challenge is that compounding looks unimpressive in the beginning. For years, progress seems almost invisible. Then suddenly, growth accelerates. This is why patience is one of the most valuable financial skills. Morgan Housel points out that many successful investors didn't become wealthy because they earned extraordinary returns. They became wealthy because they stayed invested for an extraordinarily long time. Time is often more important than talent. Imagine investing consistently for decades, not chasing trends, not panicking during market crashes, not constantly changing strategies, just staying invested. That simple behavior has created more wealth than many complex investment strategies ever will. The problem is that patience isn't exciting. And because it isn't exciting, most people abandon it. Lesson 5. Financial freedom is the ultimate goal. Many people think money is about buying things. But according to the psychology of money, the highest value of money is something much more important. Control. Money gives you options. It gives you flexibility. It gives you the ability to make decisions based on what you want instead of what you must do. The ability to leave a job you hate. The ability to take time off. The ability to handle emergencies without panic. The ability to spend time with family. The ability to live life on your own terms. Ironically, many people sacrifice freedom in order to appear successful. They accumulate debt, increase their expenses, lock themselves into lifestyles they can't easily maintain. And as a result, they have less freedom despite earning more money. The goal isn't to become rich for the sake of being rich. The goal is to gain control over your life. That's what wealth is really for. Final thoughts. If there's one lesson to take away from this book, it's this. Building wealth is less about how much money you make and more about how you behave with the money you already have. Looking rich is easy. Being wealthy is harder. It requires patience, discipline, humility, and the willingness to think long-term when everyone else is focused on the short term. The people who build lasting wealth aren't always the smartest. They aren't always the highest earners. They're often just the people who consistently make better financial decisions over long periods of time. And that's good news, because behavior can be changed. Starting today. If you enjoyed this breakdown, subscribe for more insights on money, mindset, and self-improvement.